Hey, welcome back to Beverage Hunters Reviews in Studio B. Tiffany, you're back.
I am back. Yes, and I found another beverage from Bob's Deli.
Right on. She's been doing some beverage hunting of her own.
I have
So this is exciting.
And Bob's Deli has been a huge help in that.
Thanks, Bob's Deli.
Thanks, Bob's Deli.
Great spot. If you haven't checked them out, do it. So this is from Ruse Brewing, and this is a brewery that has not been on the show yet, and I haven't tried anything from them.
Me neither.
So I'm excited to try this beer. This is coming at 7.2%, and it is a hazy India Pale Ale called Star Cinders. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go galactic with this.
Yeah, I like it. I love the design of the can too.
Yeah, very retro. It looks very
super cool design. And when I look, it said the artwork and can design by Show Deer Art.
Okay.
So they are outsourcing that, and you're doing a great job, Show Deer and Ruse Brewing, for picking the right art.
If they have a Instagram, I'll link that below, along with Ruse Brewing. So go check them out and give them a follow. Before you do that, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video and let us know if you've tried this beer. Here we go. I keep forgetting. See, in Studio B, the mic's up here, so I can crack it above the mic.
Had like a sprinkler
Here, we
effect.
don't. Glassware.
Studio A?
Did I say Studio B?
Studio B.
In the main studio, where it all started. Glasses.
Nice catch.
We can use some Heathen Brewing glassware. Proper glassware instead of shot glasses, Dave. Ooh. Look at that. We got us a hazy. And it's hazy.
It does look nice.
Look at that. Great find. Great find. 7.2%. And the color is perfect.
The smell is nice too. Yeah.
Floral, pillowy, juicy, citrusy.
Yes.
Just full of heartwarming aromas.
It's very nice. Nice aromas.
All right, let's taste this.
Very flavorful.
Very flavorful. Very.
It's kind of like, it's like
bitter?
a hazy IPA. Yeah, it tastes like a little bit more like an IPA.
It's got more of a piney back end. It's a very run-of-the-mill kind of a hazy. Like, this is kind of the typical what you would expect. It does have a little more hop, a little more pine on the back end. It's not as juicy on the back end. Up front, it is a very floral juiciness, but then it just kind of pines up.
Yeah, it has a hoppy. It's a little more hoppy, not as smooth, but really flavorful.
It is very flavorful.
It is really flavorful.
Yeah, it's got a lot more IPA hops coursing through it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely could have. I would believe it if it said IPA. I would be like,
right.
It does. It reminds me very much of an IPA.
Sometimes the stars send us a message. This time around, it is a hazy with a citra and strata. Okay. Prepare yourself for notes of juicy berries and delicately dank peach. Look upward, drink through it thoughtfully. All right, so let's drink thoughtfully.
Yes. Thank you for reading that. That gives you
sometimes
good insight.
Usually what I like to do on this show is we drink it, we talk about it, and then what we talk about is usually what it says. This is one of those that we're way off because it has none of that.
Well, a little bit of it, but the peach, I'm not.
Yeah, once you read it, like if we're confused in the tasting before we read it, and then we read it, then you can sometimes find those flavors. So we got berries and dank peach.
No, you're right. You're right. There's no, I think you're actually right. I don't think there's any of that.
It's dank.
It's dank. Yes, there's that. Yes, but not dank berries.
I don't get berries.
Or dank peach. It said dank peach.
The peach could be at the back end a little tardy peach, maybe. But it's so hard.
Mildly.
You got to really think about
Reach
that.
for it, yeah. Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. Yeah, you're up there looking. You got your microscope or your telescope and you're looking for that peach. And it's not there.
Yep. And you have to really look sometimes, and you got to really watch for it, and you see a shooting star, and that's how you find them.
I mean, it's brewed with Citra and Strata hops, which are very citrusy and danky hops. And this one I think that's really coming through a lot. I don't know where they get the berries or the peach. We need to talk to more brewers about that. When they say this on the can, do they actually use a berry of some kind, or like any of the fruit, or is it just what somebody who drank it thought of?
Thought that's what it tasted like.
Or maybe it has none of that, and they're just writing it on there for you to look for, to sell the product. Could that be? I don't know. Sometimes I think that's what they do, because I drink something like this.
Maybe that was Show Deer's idea. Like, they got like a third party designer here. Maybe they're like, hey, throw this on there.
What do you taste, artwork guy?
I don't know. I wouldn't imagine that they would be inconsistent with that. I think that they probably are integrating those flavors somewhere in there, but you can't really. It's not really you can't really tell.
No.
I can't really taste
And if they did use berries and peach, you would know. Because we've had both of those, and This one is it's just a stereotypical hazy. That's what it is. It's hoppy, juicy. So the profile says juicy, dank, and astronomical. It is juicy, it is dank. So that part is correct.
Well, see, and that's what I mean. So the astronomical is a marketing tactic to make it, it's just to market it. So that's why I suggested that maybe that was that third party just doing, maybe it's a little bit of edgy marketing kind of technique of just throwing that in there. But it's good. I like it.
It's definitely, it's a hazy. It's what it is.
So, but the thing is that when you look at a can, right, you read it, you look at it, and you're and you kind of get your hopes up about what it's about. You're oh, okay, I like the berry, I like the peach. I'm gonna really dig this fruity flavor, and and then you taste it. It's well, it kind of it's a whole different thing when it's not aligned with what the can says it is. Although I would drink it, I would feel a lot better about it if the wording on the can was more aligned with what it actually
Right. And it's a good thing you didn't read it beforehand, otherwise you'd have been looking.
You did. Yeah, you did. And then it was
you would have been looking for that when you drank it first, and it would have let you down. So usually try drinking it before you read anything about the can.
Just grab whatever you can. Just grab it. Just get it. If it's a can and it's in front of you, just grab it.
Taste it, then read the back of the can. No. You see the name up front. But don't read the back until you
look at it. Close your eyes. Pick one.
Yeah, just close your eyes. Be I like hazies. I'll take that one. Taste it, then read it, and then if it's accurate, it's accurate.
It's true. There is some level of. I mean, that's.
Because sometimes you'll let down, and I got let down. I got let down.
And that's the only reason you're let down is that you thought of it was going to be something else.
Now, will this affect the score that I'm about to give? Probably.
See, that's the hard part.
Probably not really.
Yeah.
Because it's not advertised as that. It's just what they wrote on the back of the can.
Let's just pretend we just grabbed a random can. We didn't read it yet.
The flavor profile is spot on. It's juicy. It's dank. It's astronomical.
It's true.
I guess.
Yep. Well, I mean.
But if you dig in the details where they're saying it's got notes of berries and dank peach, don't find it.
Yeah.
I'm not finding that. So my rating is a 7.2.
That's a good rating. You did good. I'm really impressed with how you just ignored all of that. You really just authentically took it in as what it tasted like. And see, so if I was doing that, I would say it would, well.
I'll let you score first. Then we could really see who's right.
Well, no, I think you're onto something because I like the taste of it. So I'm just saying, ignore everything that's on the can.
Well,
except for the design, because it's.
I go off of what it says it is, not what they perceive it is. I go off what it says it is. It's
the
a
front
hazy,
and not the back.
This is what people see. It's a hazy India Pale Ale.
It's a Star Cinder.
Star Cinder.
I love that.
Hazy.
I love
and
that.
It's hazy.
I'm going to go, you know what? Because I really do like it. I really do like it. I'm going to go with an 8. I'm going to give it an 8.
There you
because
go.
I really do like the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe a little bit misled with the wording, but you know what? You're right. If you look at the front, it's a Star Cinder. It's actually really good. It's really good.
And it's hazy in color. You got to put that in the score. So it's hazy. It's what it says it is. It's juicy. It's dank. It's got the smell. It's got the flavor. But then when you dig in the details, that's where you're like, So again, sometimes you read it and you're like, me and Dave, go watch our videos. Go scroll down.
It also has a really nice design.
You'll see where we explain what we're tasting. We read it and it's spot on. This is one of those where me and Dave would be like way off, just like you. You did great because we were completely off of what we were tasting because we didn't find the berry.
Yeah, like if I was going to score it based on what it tasted like, I went with like an 8 for the scoring of the taste. But if I was to go by my, misconception of what it was supposed to be, I probably would have went with like a 6, 5.5, 6, something more in that because, then you have to, really add that portion of it that you thought was going to be a certain thing. But it actually is a really good beer.
Again, the way I rate things is I rate it off of the name and what it says it is on the front of the can. Those two things, if they mash up, then it gets a good score.
I'm going to practice that. Thank you. Thank you. I am gonna practice that.
The rest of it is all extra, and then again, if we drank it and we're like, well, there's some sweetness, some berry maybe, or that's a strong peach, then the score even goes up higher because then we matched what the back of the can said it was.
Yeah. Do you think it would be helpful to maybe like get like a secret person that just like grabs the can and then masks it, like maybe tapes like a bag over it to where, wouldn't that be fun? That would be a fun episode where you like you just get
we're
like
gonna
we have
do
no
stuff.
idea.
We're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna do blind tastings where there's gonna be a box up front, the beer's behind it, and the beer's poured on top. So we're gonna do some of that soon. So we gotta taste it and we gotta try to figure out which beer that is.
And then you look and then you reveal it and you're like, was it aligned with what it said? And how does that affect your
exactly
how you felt that it tasted?
See, we'll have her back on for that episode.
That would be fun. I would be down for that. Yeah.
But anyways, there's our thoughts on Ruse Brewing and their Star Cinders Hazy India Pale Ale. Again, we'll just keep talking here for a second more because this is a good spot for that. I don't know if you've thought about this, but when a beer says on the can India Pale Ale versus IPA, which are the same thing, but when they specifically say one or the other, it has a totally different taste in the can. And this one is a prime example. It's an India Pale Ale, and it tastes more IPA. It tastes more hoppy.
Yep.
Then if you have a hazy IPA, it's going to be way more juicy, way more dark,
and like lighter,
color.
A little bit lighter,
a
little bit easier to smooth.
It's going to have a whole nother world of tasting. But when they specifically say India Pale Ale, I found that they have a lot more hop, a lot more dankness, a lot more heavy drink. Than when they specifically say IPA.
That's an interesting point, right? Because that's marketing. It is the same thing, but they're like, we want our people to look at this and know that they have that there's going to be that bite behind it.
Yeah, so my thought process is when it says India Pale Ale, they're more focused on the hops and what went into that beer. When it says IPA, they're like, all right, we're going to use these hops, but we're going to really focus on the flavor that's coming out of that.
So true.
I mean, let us know down below your thoughts on it, but it's a fun thing to think about because you see all these beers, like we have one over here, a DDH Hazy, I think it's a double dry hop, right? And it's going to be completely different from a dry hop IPA or a regular IPA. But when it says double dry hop India Pale Ale, now you're a whole nother world in flavor. It's just little things that I've been picking up on with the way they market things and put it on the can. You're like, well, it actually has a different taste. You can taste two of the same beers, but one says India Pale, one says IPA.
Yeah, and
it's got difference.
That's actually, it's really aligned with what we were talking about, because if you read the back of the can, there's more details. It almost throws you off a little bit more than the front that says the very basic, like, India Pale Ale that has that bite that you're looking for, or doesn't. And then you look at the hazy, it's like, so that's a really good point. You know, you got to look for those details that are.
The hazy IPAs tend to be more juicy, more like rich, sweet flavor, and then the India Pale Ale tends to have more hops, more harshness, like this one does. Like this is a prime example of that, because we just had a hazy, and it said hazy IPA. I can't remember where it is.
It's the
flow state.
Yep.
This is hazy IPA. Yeah. And it's juicy, sweet,
super smooth,
amazing flavor.
And then you go to an India Pale Ale. But this one has amazing flavor too.
It does.
And I think it's actually more flavorful. Well, you get that. You get that hops. Yeah, you get that hops flavor.
Exactly what I'm saying. The India Pale Ales tend to have more hop, more dank, stronger, almost pininess to them. Whereas when it says hazy IPA, you get more of that juicy, sweet, like full body, just deliciousness.
Yes. So I think that's what's making it confusing with the peach and the berries, because it's like that.
Maybe if they did that in a hazy IPA, then you're going to get more of the peach and the berries.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is coming out with more of those. Anyways, guys, that's been fun.
Tangent squirreled off a little bit. That's okay. That's good.
Comment below if you've noticed that, or if you've even thought of it. If not, maybe you'll start thinking about it now. This has been Tiffany and Justin in Studio B. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap.